All right, donation currency. Hey, Bill, longtime listener, love the show, blah, 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 blah. Let's get right to the point. The person wrote blah, 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 before you think I'm being arrogant. Let's get right to the point. You should think about adding another way of donating on your website, Bitcoins. Why is that? You have fans in places so fucking strange that you don't even know where it is on the goddamn globe. Go fuck yourself. I know where most places are on the globe, and I know their capitals. At least I used to. It's in my head somewhere. They use different currency, which might be a problem. Bitcoin is providing an easy way to... Is this a commercial? An easy way to transfer wealth. Use it and welcome to the 21st century. By the way, I'm from Poland. It's really cold in here. It's a second language. All right. I would think that if whoever starts Bitcoin, if they don't get murdered in the next calendar year, then it's just started by the bankers. Or they're just going to buy it up. They'll sell out, right? I don't know. I'm not going to fucking start using a new currency. All right? I saw what happened with the euro. I'm going to go with Bitcoin that started by some fucking hippie Japanese guy. Or even worse, a businessman Japanese guy. Jesus Christ. You can't tell me they're not still upset by the two-piece we gave them back in the 40s. All right. French Revolution and bankers. Hi there, Billy Bandwagon. I've been a fan of the Monday Morning Podcast for a while now, and you were on the Crab Feet podcast. Oh, yeah, with Jay Larson on the All Things Comedy Network, everybody. He said it reminded me of something. Pre-revolution France was almost identical to the way the U.S. is now. Oh, God, I hate when people keep predicting the demise of this country like they're giving us some sort of insight, like people in this country can't see it coming. All right? I'm not saying every mouth-breathing moron sees it coming, but, anybody who has any sort of intelligence, we see it coming, okay? All right there, Mr. fucking rubbing your goddamn chin. Actually, he's probably an American, too. All right, France in 1787 had grinding poverty, tax inequality, and was nearly bankrupt from the 7 Years' War. And then he writes, familiar? ? I'm not even going to read this fucking thing. You're already so up your own ass. Wow, I never looked at it that way. Wait, does history repeat itself? Gee, you're really onto something here, sir. Good fucking Lord. You know what's funny about this type of shit? Is this probably isn't even this person's thought. They're probably just regurgitating something else that they've read from a website, which I do all the fucking time. I do the exact same thing you're doing here, sir, except I don't go, familiar? Some people are confused. Why can't people just present a fucking an opinion without, like, patting themselves on the back about how fucking smart they are all the time? You're a fucking moron just like me, okay? I'm going to read this and I'm going to skip over. Familiar? Does that ring a bell? Pot calling the kettle? Hoo, hoo, hoo. With your fucking smoking jacket, you cunt. All right, here we go. Jesus fucking Christ. All right. He goes, familiar? It should be. The modern U.S. actually has worse wealth and tax inequality than 1787 France and even pre-fall of Rome. Dude, this is all old shit. I've already heard this theory a zillion times before you present it. And, and I'm not going to fucking read this and get all fucking depressed because I understand this. This is why I got out of conspiracy theory and just got a dog, and I'm sitting here watching the bread and circus of fucking sports like I never have before, because there's no way out of this. Rather than present this shit to me, I want you to write back to me and give me your solution. You give me the fucking solution rather than pointing out the fucking obvious as you rub your goddamn chin. All right? Jesus fucking Christ. All right, sorry. I was having such a great goddamn day. Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's the Monday Morning Podcast. Sorry, for the fucking March 2nd. I gotta tell you something. Oh, I'm coming out of the gate this week, people. I just did like 8 minutes. A great fucking 8 minutes, a great fucking riff, the whole goddamn thing. And then I look down and the fucking goddamn stupid ass fucking thing isn't even on. You know why? This is the exact same fucking device. I had the Olympus LS10. Now it's the Olympus 14. And wouldn't you fucking know,
They couldn't just leave well enough alone. They got to add like 20 fucking steps and some stupid broad's fucking voice in there telling me what I know I'm doing. So I fucking riff for like 8 fucking minutes and I find out the thing isn't even fucking recording. I hate technology. Okay? I don't understand why do we keep going forward. All right? We got enough shit. This is as comfortable as it's gonna fucking get. Why can't we just have the shit and this is how it fucking works? And when you figure something out, you know how it fucking works. Jesus fucking Christ. I told you guys, and I fucking will never stop bitching about these things. I fucking was talking on my podcast saying how, I needed a new pair of fucking headphones one week, right? So some fucking person who listens to the podcast ended up sending me a pair of fucking wireless fucking headphones. Wireless fucking headphones. And I gotta tell you, I've never had more fucking problems with something in my life. You fucking sitting there, my whole life, headphones fucking work. You plug them into something that's charged. The headphones never, the amount of fucking times I sat there with my phone listening to fucking music. My phone is charged and then the headphones went out and I couldn't listen. It's just fucking, why did you add that step? Electronic pencil sharpeners and all that shit, and now it's just something that's gonna fucking, it drives me up the other pencil sharpener, you could buy a pencil sharpener once and you could have that thing for 100 fucking years. And little kids could walk up and be like, oh, this was my grandfather's. When he used to, fucking sharpen pencils and when he built stuff. When we still had good wood in this country, right? It wasn't all wet because it was brand new fucking trees. It was old shit. Oh my God, dude, I was in such a great fucking mood. It's completely changed the whole fucking vibe of this goddamn thing. Anyways, let me relax, calm down, let me try to get back to where I was. I was in such a fucking great mood because I'm back out here in Los Angeles. Let me make sure this thing's recording. Let me make sure everything's okay. The goddamn nerve center here, Fuck.
All right, from Turkey. I'm sick of being called a delusional conspiracy theorist by my family and my lady. He said, I live in the Republic of Turkey. Maybe you've heard that there was a coup here last year. Yes, I did. I put it in quotation because it was the most pathetic attempt in Turkish history. So it didn't go down like the Ukraine. Long conspiracy short, your guys were losing control of our guys, whom they installed here to have a nice little proxy to the lovely oil deserts downtown. I already love how this person is thinking. So they try to pull the carpet from under our guys because God knows they can't pass aggression wars in your Congress anymore since you American citizens are woke as fuck now, thankfully. I guess we're not because I don't know what any of this means. By the way, you don't write like you're from Turkey, like this is your second language. You're using like really high-level slang for someone who lives on the other side of the world. Anyways, this pathetic coup attempt created a lot of turmoil here. I mean, it would be less destructive if it succeeded, because now through their paranoia, they are going full apeshit, which turns Turkey to a bittersweet heaven for a conspiracy theorist like myself with all the stuff going on. All right, well, there's no fucking way I'm reading your name so you don't end up in a jail if you actually are from Turkey. I can deal with my family's indifference to all this, and my friends are most like me regarding these subjects. But the fact that my girl stonewalls me, goes, yeah, doll, okay, really annoys me down deep. Of course it does. Anytime you're passionate about an opinion and somebody just goes, oh, really? Okay, sweetheart. Forget about it if it's a woman that you have feelings for. She is a totally dope chick in every other aspect. Dude, you're not from Turkey. You're not from Turkey, but I'll continue with this. Fun to hang out, hates the movies and music I hate, has C-cup fun pillows that were sculpted by God himself for my palms, but I can't help lose respect for her when it comes to her not giving a single shit about politics and stuff. She's convinced she doesn't get affected by them for some reason, and it doesn't matter. I'm curious how you dealt with this feeling. Also, I'm very interested in how you reach information about the world and what news outlets you trust. From Turkey with love to you and Nia. All right, well, let's say you're from Turkey. Very impressive, your English.
and your slang. You're actually better at my language than I am. All right, here's what you have to understand as a conspiracy theorist is that you're really you're a lot to deal with, and you really wear people out. This is what I learned when I went down the rabbit hole, which I got out of a good 2-3 years ago, is that as much as you don't trust what the fuck people are telling you, which is really common sense. And I'm not saying there's a bunch of fucking crazy people living under a mountain pulling the strings. But what I'm saying is that everybody is spinning this shit because everybody has their own agenda. So you don't, like if you fucking showed up to a 2-car accident, okay, both people are going to spin it in a way, even if one person was 100% right, they're still going to spin it. So there's no fucking way that, they can be perceived. They're going to spin it just because the other person is spinning it, just to offset their spinning of it. It's like listening to that whole fucking Russia hacked into our shit. You're going to listen to the Democrats spinning it, the Republicans spinning it, the CIA spinning it, and then fucking Russia, their spin on it. So at the end of it, who the fuck knows what happened? I just love how our country is acting like we don't spy on Russia. And we don't try to influence elections around the fucking world. And we haven't placed people in power, taken people out, and all of that. It's fucking hilarious. All of a sudden it happens to us, and it's a big goddamn tragedy. So I would say respect the fact that she's not into politics. I'm envious of people that can then, I kind of did that after a while. Like, after a while, it's just like you're screaming into a tornado. All right? It's way bigger than you are. There are people out there that have the ability and the influence to fucking, I guess, turn shit around, but I'm not that guy. I'm just some fucking guy ruining your beer at a bar by bringing all my delusional, paranoid fucking thoughts, whether I'm right or not, which I was probably right on a few things, like Mel Gibson in that movie where he drove the taxi cab. I was probably right about a few fucking things, but I don't know what they are. So all you're doing is just annoying the shit out of people. And I have to be honest with you, if your girl actually loves you and she's to the point of responding of, yeah, doll, okay, I think you've probably worn her down. I bet she didn't say that in the beginning. She probably listened to it, and you probably freaked her out, and you don't have a solution. You're just saying all this fucking shit that's just going to ruin her day. So maybe that's her defense mechanism. And what I'm doing is I'm not going Dr. Phil here and just siding with the woman, because I don't have a female audience, unlike that fucking dishonest cunt, right? You need to do what she says. Woo! When you look, ladies, when you look at Dr. Phil, when you honestly look at that man, do you see somebody, do you not see how volatile a human being that guy is? Can you just imagine living with that man when he loses his shit? Just imagine that semi-bald head and face just beet red screaming at you. His spittle getting caught in his mustache. Just imagine that. And he's a big man too, okay? I'm telling you. I know he's got that southern drawl, and you just think everybody's a fucking gentleman, the way women love a foreign fucking accent. I guess guys like it too. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyways, let's get back to this guy. To lose respect for the fact that somebody's not into what the fuck you're into is, that's a sign, it'd be one thing if she just didn't give a fuck about, I don't know. I'd have to know who the fuck she was. That could just be a defense mechanism where it's just like, whatever, it doesn't affect my life. I've done that with global warming and all of that type of shit. I've just started to block it out because there's nothing I can do to get people to, I don't even know what the fucking solution is. The only solution I have is to fucking exterminate most of us, 90% of us, and then just fucking everybody sits in a ball and hopes that everything that we've put into the earth and into the air kind of goes away after a while. That's the only solution I have, which I don't think that that's going to work. So I don't know. I just, I try to fucking do whatever the fuck I can do, which is, I don't know. See, dude, this is why people don't like. See, you literally bringing this up has brought me to a dark fucking place. And your email alone just got me to say that we need to exterminate 90% of the people on the fucking planet. How insane is that? How are you going to do that, Bill? You going to do that to babies too? Or you're not going to do babies, but you're going to kill all those fucking parents, and then what? You're going to have the most giant fucking nursery? Like it all unravels. The whole fucking thing. That's why I kind of stopped doing the conspiracy theory thing, even though I still throw it out there because it's fun. And I also don't believe a fucking word anybody's telling me when it comes to that shit. One-on-one, if I sat down with somebody and there's not cameras around, then I feel like they can really be honest with me. But the second you're on TV, there's only so honest you can be. So, I don't know. I would probably guess that on some level you're a lot to be around during certain news stories. And I think you should lighten up a little bit. Take your girlfriend out, go get a fucking ice cream, and enjoy the fact that someone as beautiful as you're saying she is, actually can tolerate you and your fucking theories. All right? Having said that, if I ever go to Turkey, I'll definitely have a beer with you, and I'll go fucking toe for toe with you with conspiracy theories. All right, and thank you for listening to the podcast. What happened? What happened to the public schools? Was it the computers? Is that what it was? Everybody had to have a tablet, a laptop, some sort of interface. Is that what happened? And went right through the fucking, and then all of a sudden we couldn't keep up with China. How the fuck is China beating us? The overhead of a fucking billion people alone. I mean, we should get everything at a 60% discount over here as far as educating our own people. Does it make any sense? Does any of it make any fucking sense? Does it make any sense how so many people are fucking struggling out there and they just keep building these luxury apartments and these fucking giant goddamn houses? Who? All these people. Right? And they always, it's money from Russia, it's money from China, it's oil money from the Middle East. Now listen, I don't know what to do about China, I don't know what to do about Russia, and I don't know what to do about the Middle East, but that's not going to stop me from telling you what to do about all these things. I just ate. Why is my stomach grumbling? This is all you got to do for the Middle East, okay? All we do is you embrace solar power. That's it. How do we do that? How do we do that with the oil companies? If somebody if we actually went in a solar direction, wouldn't a bunch of planes start crashing that had the leaders of the solar movement on them? Yes, that would definitely happen. They would definitely take them out. So what do? This is what you do. You give the sun to the oil people. Okay? You draw up a contract and you say the sun is yours. All right? Now what are they going to do with the sun? They can't put it out. They can't touch it. It'll burn their fucking hands. But they just make the money off the fucking, the solar power. Okay? And if they could just somehow handle that those people in the Middle East are sitting on a bunch of goop that they can make money off of, if they could just seamlessly fucking walk away from that shit. If I was president, I would literally give oil companies federal fucking grants to fucking get the solar thing going. You guys own the sun. I would just keep walking, but you own the sun. And they'd be saying, but what about the stuff in the Middle East over? Dude, fuck that stuff. All right? You know what that stuff is? That stuff's like, it's like an Atari. It's like the Reebok pump. Nobody gives a shit. Okay? This is the new shit. This is the new shit. We're giving you the fucking sun, son. You understand that? You own the center of this solar system. All right? And every fucking little bit of heat that comes off that thing that trickles down onto my freckled, bald goddamn head, you own. You put a fucking meter right on my back. I don't give a shit, okay? And I know what you guys are thinking. Bill, this doesn't make any fucking sense. I don't give a shit. Listen to me. Hear me out. You give these people the sun. You give them the goddamn sun. All right? And then what? What happens over in the Middle East? They're sitting on all of this fucking goop.
All right? And all of a sudden, it's not worth diddly squat. Okay? And all of a sudden, the bills start piling up. They don't know what to do. They start selling their properties over here. They want to give money to the terrorist groups. They don't got the money to do it. You fucking bleed them dry. Then that's it. And then they go back to doing whatever the fuck they want to do over there. God forbid they live their lives the way they want to live it over there. God forbid they're not into Jesus and Starbucks. God for fucking bid. They want to walk around in some clothes that are actually functional for the part of the world they live in. You just leave them the fuck alone. And then all they got to do is just keep driving around in cars and all of that shit. So they'll make a lot less money. But they won't have us over there going, hey, you should do this and you should do that. We just get the fuck out of there. Then we're over here. Solar powered everything. Right? Just think about everything. Think about your shirt. Solar powered. Everything. Everything fucking solar powered. I know what you're thinking. Well, Bill, what happens at night? You go to bed. What do people do in Alaska during the winter? Fuck them. We gotta get out. We gotta get out of that place. If it's the last thing we ever do. It's bankrupting us. It's making very few people a ton of fucking money. It is bankrupting us. We're not gonna, you cannot solve that shit, okay? So, now that we know you can't solve it, because I said you can't solve it without doing any research, now that I've established that as a fact on my own podcast, the only other reason to be over there is they're sitting on all that goop. But now we don't need the goop. The goop is on fire. We don't give a fuck. Keep it. Right? You give the sun to the oil companies. That's it. Just go total solar power. You know? Jimmy Carter, that Georgia peanut farmer, he said it 40 years ago. He said, we are addicted to oil. We just kept going and going and going. And now look at us. Now look at us. Spending all this fucking money over there. They're giving it to the cunts that are shooting shit at us, right? And then we're shooting back at them. They're making all this money. And then they come over here and they buy a 50,000 square foot house. Overlooking our shit. Hey. We overlook you. We're up on the hill, not the other way around. Huh? You give them the sun. Oh, God, you guys, I'm telling you, I would have that. I would fucking sell those oil guys. I would have a meeting under a mountain, wherever the fuck you meet with these fucking people that really run shit. You know, you're underneath the mountain, you got this fucking underwater waterfalls and shit, right? There's like these Planet of the Apes fucking things walking or whatever the fuck goes on underneath that thing, right? And you just tell them, is that shit? Oh, I can't do a waterfall. What am I fucking, the dude from Police Academy? I can't do that sound effects. Gentlemen, I came underneath this mountain tonight to give you the sun. Sorry, I don't have my proper recording equipment here. I can't do my Illuminati meeting. You give him the fucking sun. You give him the sun. Give him the fucking sun. Boop, 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 boop. That's what I would do. Instead of going over there talking about evildoers and doers of evil and fucking this, that, and the other, you pack the whole fucking shit up. That's it. Pack it all up. You send over 10 cargo planes. You bring the men and women of the armed forces. You bring them home. Right? You say you can keep your goop. You can keep your sand. But I want some of those cool clothes. I like the clothes they wear over there. The giant open-ended onesie. Whatever the fuck you call it. I think those things are cool, man. I want one of those. Can I buy one of those without offending Muslims? Could I talk my way out of a beheading if I put one of those on? Just be like, look, man, I'm a redhead. It was hot out. Look how pasty I am. What am I supposed to do? Then they get in my face. You blew it. That's it. That's all I wanted to say today. Give the oil companies the sun. You give it to them, and then the whole fucking thing is over. Whatever. I believe I can fly. You give them the sun, everybody. I'm telling you, that would turn this country around. Turn this country around. Just give them the sun. That's it. So anyways, I flew the other day. Flew up along the coast. We went by the Pacific Palisades. And you're just sitting there looking. That's what the whole give them the sun shit came from. I looked, I said, look at that fucking house they're building. This house was... The size of this house, I looked at it and I said to the instructor, I go, that looks like they're building a fucking mall that I would never go into. Going like, that's going to be too crowded. And it was somebody's house. It was going to cost $500 million, and there was some prince of some fucking country in the Middle East, you know, was going to move. That's like his fucking house on the other side of the world. That's his cottage. And that right there, I was just like, how much fucking money are we giving to these people? It's time to give the oil companies the sun. That's all you do. So they're still in control of everything. You know, they could give us empty threats. Well, shut it off! You know, like they could do it. All right, global warming scam. All right. Global warming scam. Okay, this is like something that people keep sending me. And they keep sending it to me as if my opinion has any sort of scientific background. I'm just basing it on scientists. That's all I'm basing it on. And that fucking 2.5 times the size of Texas and 2 miles deep swirl of garbage in the fucking Pacific Ocean. That how just about every fish has some degree of plastic in their fucking system. Okay, but none of that has to do with temperature. Love your show. It's really refreshing to hear someone in show business actually talk about some very important social pertinent things. When the fuck do I ever do that? Like what, football? Three-toed sloths? Flopping your dick on the bar? These are important to you? I agree with everything you talk about on your show. I don't need you to. He goes, except, or she says, he or she, except global warming. The global warming scam is another system of control. I agree we should stop using oil and coal. These carbon sources are highly polluting and release toxins and mercury into the biosphere, but this has nothing to do with global warming. I know you love documentaries. God, can you guys just stop being maybe I'm taking it in a cunty way. I know you love documentaries. God knows you don't read. He's probably right. Look up global warming swindle on YouTube. A little taste into the global warming rat hole. There's a ton of other information on the web that exposes this bullshit scam. Good luck and looking forward to hear what you have to say about this. See, I don't get that. I'm supposed to just look up a bunch of shit that all agrees with the other side and then the other side's wrong? That's like me saying to you, look up all this shit about global warming and how we're affecting the climate. And I'm looking forward to see what you have to say. I would think that the fact that in France, all the leaders of the world just got together with all these scientists and all that, and even on the right, who have been saying it's bullshit from day one. From day one, they were saying it's fucking bullshit. Even they finally came out and they said, yeah, we are affecting it. And then they were like, but it's too late to do anything now. Like, that's what they came out with. So why would they be doing that? Wait a minute. You're saying that they're doing it to try to control us. That's such a long way to go, isn't it? Can't they just control us by scaring the shit out of us? The normal way? Like, oh, there's this group of people that doesn't have planes or a boat, and they're coming over here to get us. Like they've been doing for 15 fucking years. Can't they just do that? I'll watch those things, but I would like to know who paid for those, who financed those documentaries. Because if they're companies that are getting attacked for it, you know, there's obviously, getting attacked for the pollutants that they're putting into the atmosphere, then, they could be going, well, we need to get this off of us by putting the real information out there. But generally speaking, as a rule, I don't believe corporations. I just don't. People in general. I mean, I'm full of shit, right? Why the fuck would I believe? I'll watch it. You know what? You know what? This is the thing. I actually hope you're right, because then I can have a lot less guilt and just go out and buy some fucking goddamn V8, man. Get out there and fucking drive around, do some donuts. P.S. Global warming carbon credits are controlled by the same crooked bankers that are fucking up the world economy. Well, I kind of think like the bankers, don't they control everything? They kind of own everything, right? Are we still making payments on the White House? Do they have to refinance that? I know it burned down in the 1800s. Who knows?
I think they're going to try to wipe out the poor and the middle class. Keep a couple of us, like a small handful of us, the way that pandas are only in like zoos at this point or some shit. I don't know. Maybe I picked the wrong fucking animal, but that's the direction I think it's going. All right? There's your first crazy rant, which was based mainly in gut feelings and a couple of emails. But I truly believe that.